G'day guys, what are we doing today? We're shooting sunsets. I'm going to show you how to do it. It's getting pretty close. I'm going to show you how to fix it if it all fails. Let's get into it. G'day guys, Shane here. What we're doing today is shooting sunsets obviously. And if you're new here, all the stuff that I'm talking about today, I'll link in the description. If you're new here, I do 2 videos every week. So hit the subscribe button, hit the bell, and you'll see the 2 videos as they come out each and every week. Let's get into it. So a few of the things that we want to keep in mind when we're shooting sunsets is a little bit of planning. Realistically though, it's all about composition. This light is going to change constantly for the next 15 minutes. So the sun's almost down right now, and the sky is all changing. As it gets lower, more of the sky will change when we have as much of this cloud cover as we do. So what I'll do, we're just going to use the native camera app for this session. I'm going to compose this old dead tree here on one of the thirds, and the horizon out there on the horizontal thirds. Just going to touch on the tree there, going to focus on the tree, and we'll shoot the photo. That's a pretty bloody good photo. What I'm going to use, because I'm using the iPhone 11 here, is use that, or iPhone 11 Pro, I'm going to use that wide lens and bring more of the sky into this photo. So I'll just move up here a little bit, same composition, and shoot the photo. And the reason that I did that is because on the first photo, some of the branches on the right hand side weren't quite in there, but we're almost getting there now. When this happens, when the sun is that low to the ground, it's really a race against time now. We want to get as many photos in as we can of this tree with this composition. I'll go back to the regular mode now. I'm going to put the horizon on the bottom third, touch on the tree. That's a pretty bloody epic photo. I don't mind that at all. I'm going to try one more thing here. Go to the ultra wide angle, really wide. Now turn the phone upside down, get in low to this tree, put it on the center and the horizon on the bottom third. That's going to be a pretty bloody good photo too. How's that for a sunset? So as we're getting closer to the sun going down, it's right at the horizon now, so we're going to have maybe another 15 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes of light, and that's about it. This is where the sky will really change. It all happens pretty quickly now. But you might have seen before, as that sun was getting lower, I used my finger and pointed out between the sun and the horizon, and that gives me a really good indication of one finger, it's about 15 minutes, 2 fingers, about half an hour, whole fist is about an hour. This is an old army thing that we used to use. It's getting pretty close now. Let's go and grab some more photos. As it's getting lower and lower, you can see the colors are changing. It's really hot on the horizon, really orange, and there's certainly a magenta tinge coming up through here, and we'll definitely capture that in these photos. Now this here, I've just changed the settings on the camera where you're looking at here, mainly so you can see me and what I'm actually doing, but I can tell you now, that is getting really orange. I'm just going to turn the screen recording on the phone and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Have a look at that. That's amazing. So what I'm going to do now is I'll head over to this side and we're just checking the different compositions now of the different ways that we can do this. So one composition is right here. It's similar to what we had before, but you can see there the sky has changed a bit. When I touch on the focus, if I increase the brightness, it's going to bring the brightness out of the foreground there. If I decrease it now, watch what happens. Oh, so slowly. Look at that silhouette of that tree. Amazing. If I go over to this side now, and the sun is almost all the way down, we'll do the same thing. And what I'm going to try and do is have the sun sitting just peeking out from behind the trunk. What we're going to do with this photo is bring some light beams in with another app. So we'll take that photo And one more I'm going to try just while the sun's like this. And time is all important right now. We want to keep on shooting, keep on shooting, keep on shooting. This is going away really fast and the colors are changing really fast. So I'm going to go the wide angle again and push that sun just in behind the trunk of the tree. Just like that. Touch for focus. Increase the brightness a little bit for the foreground. That'll be pretty cool too. And I might even get just... I'm pretty much under this tree now. Give it a far-reaching effect of those branches. I've changed the composition a fair bit. It's no longer on a third, obviously. It's more of a reaching sort of composition. That'll work too. Now we're going to do some editing on these photos. I'll pick a couple and we'll go through and edit them. I'm going to use Snapseed and I'm going to use an app called Lens Distortions. And the Lens Distortions is what we're going to use if your sunset kind of fails or you want to add more to the sunset that wasn't actually here, but it will make it look pretty bloody epic. It's pretty cool, huh? There's two things that you could do with this tree. One, you could silhouette it like we are here, and that's more often than not what I actually do. The second option that you can use is some torches and put some torches under the tree and light the tree, just like an astrophotography shoot. And I'll link up the top here how I use those torches. They are Lytra torches and they're tiny little things. I'm using one right now to light me up so you can still see this cool sunset. And you can strategically place them under the trees, and let me know in the comments if you're keen on that sort of thing and I'll show you how to do it in another video. All right, let's go and have a look at these photos in Snapseed and Lens Distortions. Let's get into it. Okay, here we are with Snapseed. What we'll do, I've got a preset that's probably going to be perfect for this, so we'll just try that first. Hey, that looks pretty good. What I'm going to do with this though, we'll go in and just touch up some fine details. Let's bring the ambience down a little bit with that one. And we're going to increase the contrast as well. Not too much. You know what? I actually don't mind that at all. I think that's pretty good. So I'm going to look at maybe the white balance a little bit and increase it. I think that one's just fine. Alright, so we're going to save that one. We'll export, we'll save a copy, and we'll open up another photo. One that didn't work as well, I guess. Let's open up from device and we'll have a look at through these. Let's go with this one. Yeah, this one isn't as good as the other, but we'll do this one manually. Alright. Let's increase the ambience. Increase the brightness a little bit. Decrease the highlights. And we'll increase the shadows a little bit. Give that one there a tick. We'll go over to white balance. We'll increase the white balance a little bit and increase the tint to the magenta side. You know when you talk about the photo didn't quite look like it did when I was there, and this is more evident with sunset photos than any other photos, it's almost always because of the white balance. Right, that horizon looks a little bit crooked there. Yeah, it does. So we'll go into the rotate tool. We'll bring it in just a little bit like that. I'm going to try an expand tool here and see if it does work with this. It may work. It's a tool that I use occasionally. Bring out the side here. It didn't work quite as well as I would like. That's a bit better. Yeah, that's not too bad at all. Might try the vertical as well. That's not too bad. I think we can work with that. Yeah, we can. I think we can. Alright, let's put a vignette on this. slight little, not too much, just around the edges there that we've just created. And we'll increase the internal as well. I think that's pretty good. What would make this so much better though is some lens flares. Alright, so let's export that, save a copy, and we're going to go into another tool, Lens Distortions, and we'll open up that photo that we've just taken here. Lens Distortions, I'll link it down the bottom. It's a really, really cool tool. It is a paid tool, but you can get a free version. You just don't get all of these lights. You get some, but not all. So what we're going to do here is throw in one of those maybe in behind. It's not going to work. It may work. That's not too bad. Don't mind that popping out from behind there. And we'll turn that around. It's just a simple finger gesture of swiping and turning. Let's sit that down below that there. Quite like that. We can adjust that. We can adjust the softness. We can adjust the opacity. The saturation, we'll increase the saturation a little bit. That's pretty good. And the color, you can change the color of that lens flare. Why on earth would you want to do that if it wasn't going to be accurate? So that's quite good there. We'll hit the tick and we'll just increase the temperature a little bit because it is the sun at sunset, and I think that will do us. Hit the box up the top right hand corner there and export image, and we are done. That is how I would edit one of these sunset photos. So if you're into mobile photography, head on over to phonephotoschool.com.au. Over there you'll see lots of tutorials, some reviews on gear, as well as free Snapseed presets for you to use right now. All you need to do is head to the bottom of the page, subscribe to the page, and you'll get a free ebook. That is 6 ways to get more creative with your mobile photography, as well as 3 presets that I use in lots of my photos. In fact, I even used one of them today. Anyway, I'll see you guys next week.